Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakal giving double honor to the apostles, elders of Great Millstone, peace and blessings to those pushing this truth and sincerity, and a Bible. Alright, it's the brother in the Posh Kudash. Alright, I'm coming at you with another video about correction. Alright, first and foremost, speaking to myself, and then to edify the elect. And with that, I'm going to get right into it. This is Romans chapter 16, verse 17. Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause division, and offense contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoided them. Alright, so this is correction, because why? You gotta be wary, you gotta be circumspect of these people that come with different doctrines, they change a little bit of here, or they just come with a complete different doctrine. Look, you gotta watch out for them people. Alright, because we all got them. Alright, whether it be your parents, your closest friend, your not so closest friend, your own sibling. Look, we all got them. And look, the demons, the devil, however you want to say it, they gonna come with persuading ways to get you into them things. Alright, you might follow the GMS doctrine, and guess what? Somebody off of Instagram might comment, well, this is so and so and so and so. Guess what? You gotta be rooted in your beliefs. You gotta have a foundation to withstand that. Because if you ain't got no foundation, you're not rooted. Hey, he gonna persuade you. You know. That's why the scriptures say, "Study to show thyself approved." Because if you study, all right, of course you're not gonna know everything. All right. You know, we forget. We men. We in the flesh. All right. But guess what? If you keep studying, it's gonna show. All right. It's gonna show to the point where somebody comes with something false, and it's like, nah, I can disprove that with this, this, and that. I can disprove that with here, this one. Bam, bam. It's just gonna pop to you. All right. This is Hebrews chapter 12, verse 11. Now, no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous. All right. So anytime you're going through something, of course, in the moment, you know, it's not. You're not gonna be like, oh, this is amazing. No, of course not. You know, the Lord might have you. You might be being humble. You might be on your last dollar. You might be in the middle of a fight. You know, you're not gonna be like, well, I'm having fun. Of course not. You're gonna be in the opposite, man. You're gonna be all moped up, saddish. You know, something around that area. All right. And it continues to say, but grievous, nevertheless, afterward it yieldeth the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby. First and foremost, this is speaking about people in the truth, because if you're in the world, well, actually, I can say it's speaking really for all Israelites, because when you go through something, like they say, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. All right, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and that's to a certain degree, that's true. All right, the Lord put you through something, it's because one, He know you can handle it, and two, because it's to better you. At the end of the day, the Lord not gonna send you $1,000,000 knowing that's gonna be your downfall. Or if He know you can't handle something like that, which most people can't. All right, which most people can't. It's just that serious, you know. Shit, the Lord not gonna send you a motherfucking brand new Maserati, knowing that you gonna stop coming to camp, doing all type of miscellaneous things, unnecessary things. You know, He's not gonna do that because that's too much for you. All right. But the Lord might do something. He might send you a little bit of money. He might send you something like 10,000. He might send you a new Honda and test you. Like, let's see if he keeps serving. All right, things like that. All right, but with chastening, it don't seem fun while it's going on. All right, yeah. Like I said, you might be down on your last dollar. You might. Who knows what you going through? Of course, it's not gonna seem fun. Look where we at right now. We going through chastening right now. We in Babylon the Great. Does this shit seem fun to Akim? You gotta walk around, see mad wickedness. You gotta see fucking sodomites roam freely. They the fucking heads of this country. You got Esau No matter where you work, you gotta work under a fucking Edomite. At birth, you are given away to the government with your birth certificate. You know, look that up. That's true. You know, it's just the list goes on and on and on. You know, you got the Tower of Babel, which was a skyscraper, and guess what? They glorify skyscrapers here because why? They put them down in the main where we teach at in the main where everything is sold and sold downtown, basically where most brothers teach at. All right, yeah, I see shit like that. All right, so it's a lot of chastisement. It's a lot of shit we go through here. All right, and it don't seem fun, but guess what? You got it on a smaller scale, you got it on a larger scale, but guess what? At the end of the day, all Israelites are gonna find peace one way or another. It might be through the missiles, it might be through being beamed up. That's the larger scale. You know, you might find $5,000 tomorrow. You might get to eat tomorrow. That's on a smaller scale. All right. This is Proverbs 12:1. Whoso loveth instruction loveth knowledge, but he who hateth reproof is brutish. All right. It said, whoso loveth knowledge, whoso loveth instruction loveth knowledge. Why? Because you know, instruction and knowledge, they one and the same. All right, they're one and the same. Why? Because when you love when you love, I'm gonna give you an example. All right, when we in this thing of believing in the truth. All right, we searching for knowledge until death. All right, but with that we have instructions we have to follow. All right, and a part of that knowledge is the instruction, which will be the books of law. All right, so that's a part of the knowledge. That's a part of the wisdom. This is 2 Timothy, verse 3 and 16. All scripture is given by inspiration of the Lord and is profitable by doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness. All right, this is first and foremost. I just want to say this is a clean clip to who wrote the scriptures. Man wrote the scriptures. Guess what? The Lord inspired that man to write the scriptures, though. That man didn't just think it out on his own, like, well, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't kill. Maybe we shouldn't commit adultery. No, because we under these chains of darkness. If anything, if a man was to think, it probably would be wickedness, to be honest. The Lord inspired the men of the Lord to do that, all right? But as far as correction go, you heard what I said, and you heard what the Lord said. I just read it. I'm just a messenger, all right? Lord willing, I'm just a messenger. It say all scripture is given by inspiration of Yahweh and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness. All right. If you don't get that, the scripture is for to make you better, bro. That's simply as you can put it. The scriptures, the wisdom, is to make you better. All right. It say the rod and the reproof give wisdom, but a child left to himself bringeth his mother to shame. The rod, that's talking about a whooping. All right. And it say a reproof, a rebuke, a reproof to improve your brother, man, to help him correct his wrongs, to tell him what he doing wrong. All of that stuff, it helps. It doesn't seem like it in the moment. Of course not. It don't seem like it. All right. Of course not. But it helps in the long run. It's just like when you at practice. All right. You don't actually see yourself get better at practice. All right. Not day by day, because you make it slow improvement. Of course, you're going to see week from week, maybe month from month, year to year, of course. All right. But at practice, you don't, day to day, you don't look back like yesterday, like, oh man, I'm 10 times better than yesterday. It don't work like that. It's slow improvement. That's just how those rebukes, that's how the rod work. It's slow improvement. All right. But then the people that don't go to practice, the people that don't get the reproof, the people that don't get the rod, all right, hey, they bring up shame because they never got instructed. They never got corrected. All right. They never did. All right. It's a He that refuseth instruction despiseth his own soul. That's a cut, man. Hey, if you don't want to hear the law, which is where most of the instruction is found, you despise your own soul. You walk into destruction. You on the highway to hell. It's inside joke. But but he that heareth reproof getteth understanding. All right. It's lucky I had a thought. But when you hear the reproof, all right, you get an understanding because you're learning. It's just like at school, all right. Of course, if you sit in the back and you don't listen and you just bullshit, you're not gonna learn anything. But if you sit in the front, all right, you ask questions, you understand, all right, you keep asking, you keep learning, boom, you good. Well, I ain't gonna say you good, but you're in a better position than the person in the back that's bullshitting. You know. All right, I think I got that scripture in here twice, but I'm doing something. All right, and I'll be back. I'm doing something right now. All right, this is Hebrews chapter 12, verse 5 through 11. And ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children. All right, it say, and ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as children. My son, despise not thou the chastening of the Lord, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him. All right. So it's really, this is a comforting scripture to me because Lord knows I'm getting chastening right now, but still, most people, they get chastening and they say, oh, they don't believe in God no more. Why he let this happen? Right? They say, oh man, I don't. I've seen it before. I've seen it on multiple occasions too. They just don't understand why the Lord would do this. But guess what? It's to ultimately make you better, make us as a nation stronger, make us better, to weed out the weak, if anything else. Verse 6 it say, for whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth. So if you catching hell from the Lord, you a son. All right, you are loved. All right. If you catching hell, just know you just getting punished. Because guess what? We all know the saying where if you fail, everybody in your class failed a test. Guess what? You got to take it home and deal with your parents, and your parents don't want to hear about the whole class. That's just how it is with the Lord. He don't want to hear about what the heathens got going on. He don't want to hear about what the nigga up the street did. He want to know how you responded, what you did. Did you choose righteousness? All right. Did you choose his way? Verse 7, it say, if ye endure chastening, Yahweh dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the father chasteneth not? Like I said, parents, they correct their children, and the Lord is our father. So of course we're gonna get corrected. Obviously, on his time though, you're not gonna be like, Lord, let me get let me catch hell on Tuesday, but take it easy on me on Wednesday. No, man. Watch you catch hell on Wednesday and don't nothing happen to you on Tuesday, because that's the whole point. It's to get you. It's just supposed to be a punishment. You know, this is exactly how it is, bro. I'm telling you from experience. And it say, if he endured chastity, if you endure it, you a son. You know, it say, he that endureth unto the end. All right, we know that scripture. If not, look it up. You gotta endure. You want to endure unto the end. All right. It say verse 8. But if ye without chastisement, whereof all partakers, now are ye bastards and not sons. Hey, so if the Lord ain't really fucking you up, hey, I don't know what to tell you, man. You ain't no son of the Lord. Just that simple. That's not to say that you just always got to go through hell. No, that's not true. I would be a liar to sit up and tell you every second of my life I was in hell. No. Well, theoretically, yeah, you can say that, but No, I had moments where I was happy. I had years of enjoyment, of course. The Lord is all about balance too. You gotta remember that. Look at Job. If you don't know that story, go look it up. A brief description. He lost everything, got it back twofold. That means double the amount. All right. This is verse 9. It say, furthermore, we have had fathers in our flesh which corrected us, and we gave them reverence. Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live? All right, so we listen to our carnal fathers, our physical fathers. All right, what about the Lord? Are we just gonna say, "Hey, well, I don't want to follow His rules"? Like what? That's the ultimate Father. All right, the ultimate. But with that, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakar Kadash, giving double honor to the apostle elders, great millstone, peace and blessings about pushing this truth and sincerity and abide the bull.